Westminster is to lose one its most feared interrogators after Andrew Tyrie minus the bane of prime ministers, chancellors, bankers and economists minus made the surprise announcement that he is standing down as an MP. After crossing swords with David Cameron, George Osborne, Mark Carney, Lord Chilcot and countless city bankers, Tyrie said he was quitting as Conservative MP, Chichester, after 2 decades representing the seat. "It has been an exhilarating 20 years, Tyrie said in a statement announcing his decision. "I have done what I can to make a contribution, particularly in efforts to improve banking standards, and to shape a more trusted and resilient financial sector after the crisis of 2008. I have also sought to play a part in reviving Parliament's relevance, not least by making the case for select committee chairmen to be elected by their fellow MPs. Stronger committees now demand better explanations for the decisions made by ministers, regulators, and quangos than hitherto." Tyrie took over as chair of the Treasury Committee after the 2010 election after not getting a ministerial job in Cameron's coalition government. Witnesses called before the committee soon learned to respect Tyrie's relentless approach, and he was particularly severe on bankers when they gave evidence to the Parliamentary Commission on Banking Standards, set up to help create a sounder and safer financial system after the near meltdown of 2008. At a time when banks were starting to push back against tighter regulation, the Treasury Committee insisted there should be a ring fence around the retail operations of banks. Tyrie's political career began as a special advisor to the former Chancellor Norman Lamont, and he entered Parliament in one of the Tory party's safest seats in Tony Blair's 1997 election landslide. He rose to be a shadow Treasury Minister under Michael Howard, and backed David Davies in his unsuccessful contest with Cameron to be leader in 2005. In his 7-year stint overseeing the All Group, Tyrie had tart exchanges with Osborne over his failure to provide a detailed breakdown of the winners and losers from budget decisions, and minus as chair of the liaison committee minus nettled Cameron with questions over the government's bombing campaign in Syria. Chilcot was grilled over his report into Blair's decision to go to war in Iraq, while Carney, the governor of the Bank of England, was taken to task last year over his comments during the EU referendum. Tyrie said to the governor there had been a deliberate attempt to frighten the voting public by the bank with a political motive. His latest victim was Charlotte Hogg, who will step down as one of Threadneedle Street's deputy governors later this week after her failure to disclose details of a potential conflict of interest to the committee led to her resignation. In a highly critical report, Tyrie's committee said Hogg's professional competence falls short of the very high standards required to fulfill the additional responsibilities of deputy governor, markets, and banking. Tyrie, who expressed confidence that Theresa May would win the election, added, "I remain deeply committed to public service. I am determined, and hopefully young enough, to contribute in other ways in the years ahead." The Conservative MP and Business Minister Jesse Norman said, "Very sorry to see that Andrew Tyrie has announced he is standing down. He has been a quite outstanding chair of the Treasury Committee." Wes Streeting, a Labour member of the Treasury Committee, said, "I learned a huge amount serving under Andrew Tyrie's chairmanship of the Treasury Committee. A true parliamentarian and public servant."